Hey guys, it's Lori. Just thought I'd hop on and do a little vlog about correction days. About my correction days, the ones I like to do. My favorite ones anyway. First of all, why do I do correction days? Either because my weight is up or because I've eaten too many carbs, too much sugar, and I can't kick the cravings. A correction day will usually knock that right out of me and I'm back in good shape again. Good to go. So, okay. My correction days, in order of my favorites, are my first favorite is the steak day. I like a steak day. I like a steak day because it's fairly easy for me to do, and I don't have any problem fasting through the day, and because I get the biggest drop in weight from a steak day. My second favorite would be the egg day, and I suppose my third favorite would be the modified protein day, or MPD. Um, There's some other correction days too, but I'm not going to get into those because I don't do them. And then, of course, there's always good old-fashioned just eating clean. Do a week of Atkins induction. If you're not sure what that is, Google it. A week of Atkins induction will usually get you right back on track too. My problem is to do the Atkins induction if I'm having cravings. That's where I fall into a problem with that one. I need to do a steak day or an egg day or something to kick those cravings. Okay, steak day. What I do for a steak day, I fast all day long. This is my way of doing a steak day. It's a little bit different from what you'll see in pounds and inches, but this is my way of doing it. I fast for 18 to 20 hours. Then I'll eat for supper, I'll eat a great big steak, as much as I can possibly eat. I usually cook a steak that's bigger than I can eat. So, and I do use mayonnaise on my steak. I dip it in mayonnaise. I know I'm weird. I've said that before. You guys that watch me know that I like mayonnaise on my steak. Whatever. And then I'll have like just a medium-sized salad with it. And I do put cheese and dressing on it. Just a very little bit of dressing. I only use a very little bit of dressing anyway. But usually it's ranch on a steak day. It's just ranch. It's lower in carb. Really what you're supposed to do is have the big steak with either an apple or a tomato. I don't do the apple or the tomato. I just have a salad and I do put a little bit of cheese and dressing on it. So that's how I do my steak days. I did one just yesterday and this morning I dropped 1.8. So, and that's exactly how I did it. I fasted actually yesterday for about 22 hours. Then I did the steak and the salad. So, and let's see, the second one would be the egg day. For my egg day, what I do is I just boil a dozen eggs. Then I eat as many of them throughout the day as I can. I usually get in 8 or 9. And that usually drops me a good pound, 1.2, 1.4. But I've never had less than a 1 pound release the next day after an egg day. I'll just eat you can eat just a couple boiled eggs or you can scramble them. When I scramble them, I put a little cheese in with them. You can do like an egg salad, chop them up and make them into an egg salad with a little bit of mayonnaise. Sorry. Be right back. That was my son. They need a ride. They're going to have to wait a minute. Okay, where was I? The egg salad, yeah. I put a little bit of mayonnaise and sugar-free relish in it. And yeah, that's how I eat the eggs. Or you can fry them, if you want, whatever. Just get in your eggs, and I usually eat like every couple hours. I'm never really hungry. I feel pretty satisfied throughout the day. And the next day, after an egg day, I'm not hungry. Sometimes after a steak day or even an MPD, sometimes I'm a little hungrier than usual the next day. But after an egg day, I never am. So anyway, that's the egg day. The modified protein day, or MPD, that can be lots of different things. I'm just going to tell you what I do. These are the rules I follow. A maximum of 1,000 calories, a maximum of 20 carbs, the lower carb the better, and as much protein as possible. Okay. Things I have are, I have protein shakes. They're really filling and good protein there. Cod's a good thing to choose for a modified protein day. It's low in calorie, high in protein. You can have a pretty big serving of cod. Plus, it's just good for you. Eggs, you can have eggs. I'll do egg beaters. instead of eggs sometimes, just to keep the calorie count down. Oh, I make this egg, bacon, and cheese biscuit, and the biscuit is actually an oopsie roll. When I make my oopsie rolls, I make them in my muffin top pan. So the recipe that I follow, I think any recipe I've ever seen for them calls for the recipe to make 6 oopsie rolls, but mine actually make 12, so obviously they're half the size. So I can eat 2 of those to equal the nutritional info of 1. And they're just the right size for me. They're perfectly fine for a burger, or this egg sandwich is perfect for this little egg, bacon, and cheese biscuit that I make. And I make my egg in this. This is a lid from a canning jar, the ring part of the canning jar lid. I sit that down in a pan. Crying out loud. I'm just the popular one right now. I sit that down in the pan that I sprayed with cooking oil or whatever. Spray this thing really, really good. Oil this up really, really good. I sit this down, and what happens is when I put my egg in the middle, I usually beat it up, make it scrambled. Put my egg in the middle, it's not heavy enough, so it like runs out the edges. So what I do is I put this down in the pan, and I hold it down with this, and I pour the egg in while I'm holding it down with this for a minute. It's just a pancake turner, flipper, spatula, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I hold it down with this for a minute till the egg cooks a little bit. And then once the egg is ready to flip, I just take like a little butter knife and pull this up, pull this off, and flip it over. And it's the perfect shape for your little egg biscuit that you make with your oopsie roll. So anyway, then I take 1 piece of bacon and fry it up, break it in half and sit it on top. I shred up just a little bit, probably a tablespoon of sharp cheddar. Stick that on top, and I let it, this is right after I flip it. I put the bacon and cheese on it. After about 1 minute time, I put a lid on it, shut the burner off, and then the cheese melts, and I just eat it on my oopsie roll. It's good. It's really good. It has, let me tell you, I wrote it down. It has 243 calories, 15 grams of protein, and less than 1 carb. So that's pretty cool to have that on the NPD. It's nice to have. Nice little treat, meal, whatever. And that's the nutritional info is with a real egg, not egg beaters. So it would be less calories with egg beaters. So I try to stay away from nuts and nut butter and even cheese, even though I put cheese on that. It's a very small amount, but I try to stay moderate, very, very moderate with those things if I eat them at all on an NPD, just because of the calories, because I do like to keep my calories at 1,000 or less. So yeah, those are my correction days, and I apologize for my little interruptions with my phone, but you'll have that. Okay, so yeah, I've had a couple people ask me in the past few weeks about correction days, and so I just thought I'd do a video. Yeah. All right, that's all I got. See ya.